Yo,
What up, though?
we here.
How y'all doing, bruh? Thank y'all. Thank y'all first of all.
Yeah,
for all the love that y'all been giving on this channel here. We just hit 400 and some subscribers. 400 of y'all rock with us. Right? And y'all been going crazy on the videos, just watching them. Y'all been enjoying them, so we gonna keep giving them to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what y'all doing. Thank y'all.
But we here with Nardwuar.
We here with my boy Nardwuar, the Nardwuar. That's what I'm gonna call him. Because I know I'm gonna get an interview with him. I got to. I want one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna call him the Nardwuar. How do you know what you know, Nardwuar?
Nardwuar.
He gonna be like, well, we have to know. You're Zay Styles. Well, come on, what are you talking about, Nardwuar?
All right,
We got Cole, my boy.
Let's go.
J. Cole, keep going crazy, doing your thing.
Do. Day in Vegas.
Day in Vegas. Nigga, Nardwuar.
Oh, hey, do you have any time at all, Cole?
Next year, I got you.
Like,
For sure.
Like, really? Yeah.
Next year, I got you.
Yeah, I have some questions.
Questions.
Catherine
That's
still?
the one.
'Cause-
Next year, I'll tell her that.
Yeah, are you coming to Vancouver, you think? In Vancouver, yeah.
Probably late next year or either 2021.
Okay. Thanks again for your set. Thanks for
you.
remembering me
Next year,
too.
2021.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See ya. Bye. See ya.
Wait.
Hey, Nardwuar, bro. Cause like if you somehow see this, nigga,
That'll be great.
start finding stuff. What do you gonna know? Santa Monica. I can't wait to go to Cali, bro. Cali gonna be so lit. Nigga. I mean, it's always just fun.
Here we are at Windmark Studios, waiting for J. Cole.
Look at you, Lord.
He funny as heck, bro.
Ooh, look at Nard. Ooh. Nard did the same.
Same pose the whole time. He not playing.
He just switched. He just adjusted a little bit. Look. He did move out of that, y'all. Y'all got to
look at the other next shot was him. Look, wham,
He just adjusted to it. Like,
Wham.
He just adjusted. Look.
wham, wham.
That's all he did. That's all Nard.
Hey, Nardwuar, you the GOAT, bro. Look at him.
Who are you?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
J. Cole, welcome to Windmark Studios
Thank you.
in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
You've been here before.
I have.
Could you tell us a bit about you recording at Windmark?
Yeah, well, this studio, which is now on, I don't know if I should be putting this business out there, so I'm not going to say. But I recorded a song off of Forest Hill Drive. Today is the 7th anniversary of Forest Hills Drive. I recorded the song GOMD in that room right over there
a banger.
in 2014. I'm just realizing that right now. This is on some like synchronization God type level. That's crazy. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
That beat is incredible. How did you create that beat?
thank you, man. I appreciate that. I did that beat in that room. It was me. I had there was a play,
Yeah,
August
that'd be
Wilson,
crazy.
and the
You know
play
my
was,
dick.
it was the
Branton Marcellus.
Branton Marcellus did the soundtrack for a movie that was based off a play of an August Wilson play. I don't know the name. Maybe it was The Piano or something. It was an incredible play that my mom took me to see in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I heard that at the play in Fayetteville. I heard them.
Go to the Carolinas.
I heard them singing this song
My
in the
people
play
from
at
there.
the table.
Just to see what it's
I was
like.
like,
I never went though. My family went. I ain't go though.
Talking about
Crazy,
talking
right?
about Berta. He was singing to his girl Berta, saying when he gets off the chain gang, he might not want her. Like I might not want you when I get back or whatever. But I heard him singing the
Tell
song.
her the truth. Yeah,
God,
you just
yeah,
riding with that.
YouTube, trying to like scoured the globe for this sample that I had heard at this play, and luckily, Branford Marcellus had did the soundtrack for the movie they created for this play. So took that loop, looped it up, you know what I mean, chopped it up, put the drums on it in that room right there. My man Ron Gilmore pulled up, put the keys on it. I came back the next day, wrote it in that room right there. It was a lot of pressure because I knew the beat was hard, so I was like, yo, I gotta really, you know what I mean? I gotta take a day, come back. So I wrote it in that room right there. And we dropped that album 7 years ago.
He is great
today. Can you believe
holding that mic.
To welcome you back to Winmark, I have a gift for you right here, and it's in this
Nardwuar,
bag right here.
Okay.
Right here.
For J. Cole.
You always
For
bring
J. Cole.
amazing gifts.
He really believed that when he say that. When he be like,
A J.
"You're J.
Dilla
Cole, we have
turntable.
to know."
Table.
He
This
really
is-
believed
Rest in
that.
peace, Jay Dilla, the God, the GOAT. This is fire. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
33, 45, and 78. It also plays 78.
Wow. Didn't even know that was a thing.
And you sampled J. Dilla.
I sampled Jay Dilla probably many times in my life. Which one are you talking about?
The Erykah Badu sample.
Yeah, man. One of the greatest beats of all time that I just lazily, you know what I mean? Put some extra little drums on and used it as the intro for Friday Night Lights.
And J. Dilla was also sampled by Lute from Dreamville.
Yeah. Legendary Luke. Shout out Luke. Charlotte in the building. Luke, incredible MC. Dreamville, we in here. Yes, sir.
I thought this turntable would be good for you going to rec.
Still Summon is that song that you're talking about. Yeah. I got background vocals on that song, little known fact.
I thought it's amazing, this
Little known
turntable
fact.
that you can take to record stores to find records or to listen to them.
Cole the GOAT.
Facts.
Yeah.
100%.
And you are Jay?
Cole.
And J. Cole, I have another gift for you right here. The Gerald Wilson Orchestra. Does that bring back any memories?
I'm assuming this is something that I sampled, but I'm going to tell you the truth, Nardwuar, at this point in my life.
Applying pressure. You didn't...
Ooh, this is applying pressure sample.
No, it actually isn't, because I couldn't find. But it's a Gerald Wilson record from 1966 with gatefold, a gatefold record.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I reached a point in my career where, like, I can't keep up with everything that I'm sampling no more. When I was a kid and when I was in my 20s, I could do that. Now it's information overload. So, yeah, but thank you for this. I appreciate that.
What can you say about applying pressure? Though?
I can say the rapping is immaculate. The beat is hard. And it's off of the off season. I could say those things.
Also, first choice. I have another gift for you right here.
Is this
Middle child.
T minus who produced it? We met earlier.
Somewhere here.
Somewhere in the building.
Can we find him?
Can we
can.
find him?
Possibly, if he walks by.
Yeah, we can find.
If you yelled his name, would he come?
T minus.
Let's see the power of J. Cole. If you just yell his name.
T minus.
Keep going, J. Cole.
Keep going, J. Cole.
T minus.
Oh, this is amazing.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Will he come over?
Minus.
Hey, Willie,
Just
come
happen
over.
to be here right now.
This is incredible. Well, please come.
Does this ring any bells for you? First choice.
The Nardwuar.
That's his little
Dangerous.
pose.
Yeah, it looks kind of familiar.
What do you know about this?
Well, it's a sample that we used a couple years ago, back in North Carolina.
How did that beat come about, bro? What was happening?
Shit, honestly, bro, you found it really.
Yeah. Well, we were on what? On TrackLib or something? It was a
TrackLib, yeah, TrackLib, yeah.
Yeah, we just going through samples on TrackLib. We heard the loop, because TrackLib will let you like listen to the stems.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the song, you won't actually hear that sample. You know what I mean? It's because they gave us the stems, so we heard that
It's a big
that
drop
horn.
for TrackLib. It's a big drop for them.
All the money, TrackLib,
T.
T minus, J Cole, Nardwuar. We need a percentage of your shit for just saying it right now.
I was curious, T minus. What can you say about J. Cole?
I mean, shit, there's a lot to say. Don't do it.
No.
Tell him. Yeah, he's a great dude, man. I mean,
I don't like people talking about me as you know what I mean. I'm right here. You know what I mean.
I'm right
What
here.
can you say, J. Cole, about T minus?
That I can do. One of the
That I can do.
greatest of the GOAT producers of our generation.
Cole the GOAT.
Hits, classics, radio singles, club singles, Drake, Kendrick, Cole, and How Low Can You Go by Ludacris. More important than everything was
Oh yeah, T minus
It's
cold.
funny because when I first met Cole, his engineer was saying that
T
they
minus,
heard,
yeah. That, I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening, soaking up information.
Test out the
Look, you
speakers.
gotta go meet T
Yes,
minus.
yeah. So I mean,
every time Mez is about to mix an album or mix a song, he uses, like for Sonics, he uses How Low Can You Go as like a Sonic reference, and Dr. Dre and things like that. So every time we're about to mix, I hear Mez, but I'm like, whoa, why are you playing How Low Can You Go? He's like, yo, the Sonics are incredible. So after I started working with this guy, we just started talking about his history and stuff, and I realized one of his first big songs was How Low Can You Go, Ludacris.
I know, crazy.
Sold 50 billion copies.
But yo, back to this shit though. It's crazy because
And that's a gift. That's a gift actually for J. Cole, but also for
Gift this right now to Team. Can I re-gift? I'm gonna re-gift.
tis the season for regifting.
I'm gonna re-gift this classic album that holds a very
Nigga, that's hard.
incredible piece of our history, sir. I'm gifting this to you.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, and he appreciats you through me.
100% Canadian. Yo, we Canadians, man.
He's from
Come on, man.
Toronto. We should have
That's 6.
Come on.
The 6.
with that, Nardwuar. That should have been the first thing we said.
Middle child, first choice, T minus, and doot doo loot doo.
What, you don't know the phrase? Do do. Jay-Z, Kanye.
This really is
Andre
cold, bro.
3000.
That's really his shit.
You can't.
Hey, Cole, the people at the studio.
Niggas are acting, you know what I mean? They real Hollywood right now. Like they don't want to come in.
Jay
Lamar Cole.
Cole. Also, Damian Lillard. You sampled Dame.
I did sample Damian Lillard. Yeah, the GOAT of all time basketball player and rapper.
Oh, okay.
Quote
Okay.
J. Cole. These insane raps
All right,
should stay wrapped in
Okay.
Say.
Saint rap should stay wrapped in a straight jacket. Oh, I was like 15, my boy, or maybe 17. How you know about that one?
Well, you're J. Cole. We have to know.
I love it. Yeah, thank you.
What can you say about that era? Like Cannabis, the therapist.
Cannabis, huge inspiration on my teenage years of rapping. Just ferocious, barred up, lyrical, punchlines, any cipher, any gathering of 3 or more people that want to rap, I'm destroying it. That was my whole MO, that was my forte. And Cannabis was a big part of that. Eminem was a big part of that. Royce 5'9" was a big part of that. Big L was a big part of that. You feel me?
Bomb Shelter. He named you the therapist?
Yeah, it was a duo. 2 rappers. One was a rapper and producer from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them because they were from my city and they made music to me that sounded just as good as Outkast or Redman, Method Man. You know what I mean? It's the first time I heard somebody from the city doing quality type music that was similar to what I listened to. So they had the coolest rap names I ever heard. Nervous Wreck was one of them, and the other one was Filthy Rich. They spelled them all cool, you know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, I need a rap name like that. So, you know, they offered to help me find a rap name, you know what I mean? And one day they called me up and they was like, yo, we got one for you. And I was all excited. I thought my shit was gonna be just as fire as theirs. I was like, what is it? And they was like, it's Therapist. And my heart said, no. But my admiration and love for them and the feeling of these guys gave me a name was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? So I kept that name for about, you know, maybe 4 or 5 years until I got to college and realized I'm not trying to go by no fucking alien. You know, I just feel like a wrestler or something, you know what I mean? But I will say it was a practical joke from God, like a wink from God, because in my life, and now as an adult man, I realized that I play that role for a lot of people, and willingly.
Nigga.
And
You couldn't tell that's what they was
I
telling
love
you
to
back
listen
then.
To people talk, I love to ask them questions that may, you know, allow them to open up a part of themselves that maybe they hadn't thought about before or accessed before. So, ironically, I have become the therapist without that rap name. You feel me? And that's a blessing.
That ain't why they
So
gave
your
it to
studio,
you.
is it called
Come
the
on,
Shelter?
Cole.
Yeah, the
Like,
Shelter, which
bro,
actually
used to be
we
my
just closed it
favorite
down.
rapper. He
It
was
gave
a
us
therapist for his
amazing
niggas, like,
shit.
for real.
We
That's
should have
why,
had to do a
nigga.
documentary on this shit or something. But it gave us about 6 amazing years of Dreamville family and community, in North Carolina, and that's the place where, before we signed Earth Gang and JID, we all were there, posted up. They were living. Omen came through, we were living, we were cooking. Kaz came through, we were living, we were cooking. Luke, Ari spent a lot of time there. Her and Elite cooking up classics. Shea Butter Baby, I'm think either that or I think it was Shea Butter Baby. A lot of that stuff was done in the shelter. Just legendary moments in the shelter, which is all. That name of that studio was just paying homage to Bomb Shelter from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yeah.
J. Cole, quote, "It's no time to chill. I'm trying to get..."
Millions of dollars was on my mind at that time. I was dead broke. There was no time to relax, go hang out, party. No, I was broke. I needed millions. I saw, even when I had negative money in my account, which was very often, I saw millions in my future. I wanted safety, comfort, security, ease, no more stress. Tired of watching people stress. Tired of watching people fucking scrape and pawn shit just to pay this, and you know what I mean? I was tired of that shit, tired of doing that myself. So that was my theme, you know what I mean? At that time, no time to chill, I'm trying to get meal.
I was hoping, though, Hope Mill Road.
Hope Mills Road in Fayetteville, North Carolina. What do you know about Hope Mills Road?
Vic's Driving.
Oh, Vic's Driving. Well, I don't think Vic's Driving is on Hope Mills Road. However, Vic's Driving is a legendary spot and food spot in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Unfortunately, as is the case in lots of places in America with gentrification, they've tore this shit down, and Vic's is no longer with us in the original location. Hopefully, it'll pop back somewhere else.
The Hope Mill Tigers.
Southview Tigers is a high school in
This
Fayetteville,
nigga,
North
come
Carolina.
on, Nardwuar, you a little bit off.
Shout out my boy Cedric, who's in the other room, who went to Southview High School, the Southview Tigers. You know what I mean? That was one of our rivals in high school. Shout out to Southview. I had a little cutie that went there, a couple of little cuties that went to Southview. You know what I mean? It was a very good,
They happy
very good
as
school.
hell.
I kind of went there. I was in their yearbook. This is how connected I was to Southview. On accident, somehow I was in their yearbook my senior year.
What the hell?
Everybody I know from Southview was calling me like, "Yo, bro, how you in our yearbook?" It was a mistake. Once again, God be winking at you. The same picture that's in my high school yearbook is in Southview High School's high school
This nigga
yearbook.
been legendary.
I never went there.
How
do you
but I
get
was
in
there
somebody
so
else's
much, and
yearbook?
I had a lot of ties and love for people that went to Southview.
The Skate Zone.
That's crazy.
Oh, the Skate Zone. One of the only spots, or the only spot in Fayetteville that had hip hop shows. In Fayetteville, North Carolina, it was a skate shop. You know what I mean? A little skate park. And Bomb Shelter, I was telling you about earlier. The first time I met them in person, after like hitting them online, like, "Yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm nice. I'm 14. I'm the nicest. I'm nicer than niggas that's 19 years old. Y'all gotta let me. Boom, boom. Let's make some music." They invited me to their show at the Skate Zone. I went. I had to borrow my man Cedric's shoes because I didn't have nothing fresh. He let me wear his brand new black Iversons. It was so crazy.
Real
It's like
nigga
when you got
Cedric.
love for people, they do shit like that. You know what I mean? When they got love for you, they let you borrow their clothes, and he just got them. That's
He
very
just got 'em.
selfless. You know what I mean? I ain't have shit fresh. So my nigga let me rock his brand new shoes because there was a chance that I might get on stage. I went to the Skate Zone, and they had a part of their show where they invited, "Yo, all the MCs that's in the crowd, if you want to get up and rock, come up." I'm 14. I'm the youngest dude in there, me and Said. Everybody else, 19, 20, 24, whatever. I get on stage as a 14-year-old, scrawny, skinny. I sounded like a girl. My voice was high-pitched. I was nervous as hell, but as soon as they passed me the microphone, I destroyed that shit. I was the best on the stage
Real
with
nigga.
all these older dudes, and that's when dudes from Bomb Shelter was like, he wasn't lying.
He
He
wasn't
got
lying.
it like that, and we started working, and they became my mentors, and the Skate Zone.
J. Cole, DJ
dope.
Gilbert Baez.
Bays, DJ Gilbert Bays is a Fayetteville legend. I really, you know him as a DJ, but he's really like in my era, he's a newscaster. Like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and it's, you know, channel whatever, and there's a guy covering like what happened on Cliffdale Road or boom, boom, that was Gilbert Bays. But he would also DJ Sunday nights at the skating rink where I worked, and it was called like Super Soul Sundays. And all the fly, groovy, cool older black folks would come out and hear their music from the 80s, you know what I mean, from the 70s, and Gilbert Bays, you know what I mean, the OG legend would be the one that's, you know, the maestro of the night for all of these beautiful people that were skating around and doing tricks and shit and holding hands and kissing each other while they skate. It was a real movie. You know,
And they're
beautiful for me
getting
to see.
freaky.
Yeah.
What kind of skate place is that?
Speaking of legends,
Petey
J.
Pablo.
Cole, I have a gift for you here of a guy that you brought out. You brought out Petey.
Well, I brought him out of the show, but he brought Carolina out. You know what I mean? This man put North Carolina on the
Real
map.
nigga.
You know what I mean? At a time
Cole,
when
a
we
real
probably
nigga.
didn't have
Real as
no
hell.
national recognition. He gave us an anthem that will still rock to this day. It's called Raise Up, but you probably know it as North Carolina, come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Around your head, spin it like a helicopter. You know what I mean? True legend, Carolina legend. We grateful for this man right here. And extreme talent. Like, extreme talent. We was with him one night in New York. Randomly, we ran into him, and we all ended up going out, and this nigga just kicked the verse randomly. Like, and it was the coldest shit I ever heard in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, Petey Pablo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, immense talent right now. If you need a verse from him, he gonna fucking destroy that shit. So shout out to Petey Pablo.
And J. Cole, here we are at Windmark
Studios.
Studios. Ebe, can you call out the name Ebe?
I can call E, but I did just get off the phone with him. I think he's out getting food. Yo, E! E! I think he's gone. But Ebe is a legendary. You know, he needs to be here. He should be here. Ebe, you should be ashamed. It's Nardwuar right here.
I have a gift for you and Ebe right here. Some Allen Iverson jewels.
Ooh, 40 bars.
This is important to you guys, wasn't it?
Crazy. This is a huge moment in rap history, in NBA
dope.
history. Yo, he's saying the wildest shit on here. You know what I mean? To think that
The album never came out either.
yeah. Oh wait, this is this is just the single.
The album never came out.
Yeah, but the single came out and they were like, nah, you can't put this fucking album out. He was saying, like, he was talking like DMX or some shit. He was saying raw as shit. You know what I mean? This was like one step too far for the NBA when AI dropped this. However, I can't say he actually had bars. You know what I mean? I still remember this to this day. Shout out to AI.
He's got an instrumental on there as well. And I was wondering, Ebe, beat selection, would that help with Ebe?
What do you mean?
Like, could he listen to the instrumental and say, hey, cool, go after this?
Yeah, you could do that. You could tell me right now to go write a verse to AI song, and I would be challenged. I would have to go do it.
I will have to.
What's the importance of Tuesdays and Thursdays between 12 and 1:30 with you and Ebe?
Whoa, that's where me and Ebe used to battle each other on the basketball court freshman year of college. Me and Ebe knew each other, like, you know what I mean? How you know somebody on campus? Because we played ball together. I see him walking around, like, on the strip. But, you know, really wasn't rocking with Ebe. He looked like Fabulous. He dressed like Fabulous. He wore his hats like Fabulous and his jerseys. I thought, who's this guy trying to be Fabulous? You know what I mean? And he probably looked at me like, yo, who's this country Carolina dude that think he nice on the basketball court? So we were like rivals on the court. We had a lot of good games against each other. But me and Ebe got tight later on in college.
Thanks to Ted, right? Didn't Ted help?
Well, Ted is the fact that you shouting out Ted right now is crazy. Shout out to Shot Good. My boy Shot Good. Yeah, Ted was somebody that I
knew
was cool
exactly
with on the
what he
court.
was about to
Me and
tell
Ted
me.
always had like a good rapport, you know what I mean, when we played with each other. But Ted is Ebe's man. $100,000, you know what I mean? Like they went to school together, middle school, you know what I mean, and knew each other all through high school. And shout out to Ted. That's my brother.
I have another gift for you and Ebe, an original Harlem Globetrotters 45 from 1949.
Wow. Does this have the
Of course.
wow.
But from 1949.
Sweet Georgia Brown from
How do you be
1949. Wow.
finding that
How'd you
stuff too?
You were J. Cole. We have
What
to
is
get you
that?
something.
This nigga Nardwuar got so much pool.
I was
Bro.
curious about basketball, but you're also a player for the women's team, a practice player?
Yeah, that lasted about a day. I don't know. I don't remember how that came about, but I think they saw me playing in like rec every day, the Tuesdays and Thursdays, and whenever we play like pickup basketball, and they're like, "Hey, could you come and like, you know, play like basically be somebody that plays against the women's team?" Like, I think I did it for a day, and I'm like, "Nah, I can't do this. Like, I got shit to do." But shout out to the women's team. They was nice, you know what I mean? But I just didn't have the time to
I
commit to
just
that.
didn't have the time.
Cole, you really appreciate the old school, like shout out to PD, etc., and a documentary that you checked out. Big Fun.
Big Fun in the
Big Town.
In the Big Town, which was a fire hip hop documentary
From 1986, Dutch.
Yeah, I watched this a few years ago. That was a really nice watch. It was like these Dutch guys that came over here to Harlem. They were interviewing like Dougie Fresh, you know what I mean? Maybe like Biz Marquee. That's a real good watch. Go to YouTube and watch that. Big Fun in the Big Town, right? And it's the perspective of these white Dutch dudes who were coming to capture the hip hop phenomenon, right? And they went and pulled up on these legendary rappers who are the trailblazers of what we're doing right now. And it was just really great insight, you know what I mean? If you got time to go on YouTube and watch that, highly recommend.
And one of the people that they interviewed, and I have a gift for you, J. Cole, right here, was Schoolie D, the legend, Schoolie D.
Schoolie D. So I'm not a hip hop historian, don't claim to be, but from what I know about Schoolie D, a lot of people say he had like the first gangster rap record, right? Like
PSK, here it is.
PSK, Parkside Killers or Park Slope Killers. Some they was killers. They was killing niggas in PS. It was PS Killers. And so a lot of people say he had the first gangster record, you know what I mean? I'm not a historian, so I'm gonna just run with that. Maybe somebody had one before him, you know what I mean? But I don't know. They say that's what they say. So shout out to Schoolie D.
Oh, was that the name of the track?
In Your Lineage, first of all, you gave us a classic all-time record. You know what I mean? But you influenced a lot of people. And in Your Lineage, we have a ton of classic records that may have caused a lot of damage to our community. That's for debate, you know what I mean? But that's not your fault, brother. You was just creating your art, and we appreciate your art. Thank you, you know what I mean?
In this record, check out the booklet and a sticker, if you could pull it out right there. There's some history, so you can read some history, and check out the booklet as well. And on the booklet, at the very bottom, we see
a TR-909. Okay, what do you know about the TR? Because I have a little story about the TR-909. But
please go ahead.
Well, the TR-909, every day when I was 14 years old, I used to beg my mom to get me a beat machine, right? Why? Because I noticed that with Bomb Shelter, right, who I told you about earlier, I really wanted them to give me beats, right? Because they had beats and I didn't know how to make beats. But once I got with them, I realized they're never going to give me their best beats, right? They're going to keep the best beats for themselves. They're not going to give it to me. They're artists on their own. So I realized I got to make my own shit because they're never going to give me their best. So I asked my mom every day for a beat machine. I didn't even know shit about beat machines. So every day we would stop at McFadden Music on, it's not Yadkin, maybe it's like, Yadkin turns into shit. I'd have been gone too long. I don't even know what the hell it turns into. Not McPherson Church turns to some other shit, right? McPherson Church Road, I don't even fucking know. But it was McFadden Music right across from Edwards Music, you know what I mean? But we would go to McFadden Music and they had beat machines in there. And I ain't know shit, but I used to every day on the way home from school, because I went to 71st Middle across town and the bus didn't come to me, I would have my mom take me to this McFadden Music so she could see how much I really wanted this beat machine. And I would play with what I thought was the beat machine I wanted, the TR-909. I used to play with this shit while I was in there, you know what I mean? But what I realized was that wasn't for me. Nervous Wreck helped me see that what I really wanted was ASR X Pro. Now, most people that use the ASR, you know what I mean? They use the ASR 10 with the keyboard. Beggars can't be choosers. The only thing they had in McFadden Music was this red ASR X Pro, and shit. My mom was down. She put that shit on layaway. She paid that shit off for a whole year, and took it out, and I had my ASR X Pro.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan was a CD, you know what I mean? Or they had CDs that my mom had downstairs.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits, damn, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. I must have said this in some interviews long ago, and my man he's a fucking scholar. He does his research. These are CDs that my mom had. My mom, hella eclectic. She'll go from Mary J. Blige to Eric Clapton to Dire Straits, who I didn't even know existed until I started fucking scanning through her CD collection looking for samples, you know what I mean? So shout out to my mom for having amazing taste in music. And yeah, facts.
Well, speaking of samples, J. Cole, I wanted to give you another gift right here, the legendary Ultimate Breaks and Beats compilation.
This is a very, very rare and secretive record right here that I only discovered recently. Maybe it wasn't so rare in the 90s, but you know, it's harder to find as you get a little older. I've never seen the physical record, so this is fire.
I just be in awe.
Fire breaks on here, you know what I mean? Like
Donald Byrd.
Yeah, Donald Byrd. But see, the names, I don't think they're named, though. That's the thing.
And
that's
it's really
the
interesting
part,
to just
right?
learn
Like
about this
64, actually 66 to 84 drum breaks. A lot of drum breaks.
Mad drum breaks, but it's vague about where the initial source is, right? So I've sampled something off of here, and there was a conflict of who said they owned it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I ended up paying 2 people because there was like conflict on, you know, to who they said owned it. But regardless, if you don't mind sample clearance issues, fire, classic, legendary breaks on here. Explosive, Dr. Dre, Explosive. You hear them drums and Explosive? Comes from here. Dre might have replayed them, you know what I mean? I'm not sure, but the essence of that, he might have sampled it from here, I don't know, but it's from here. Dr. Dre, Explosive, you know what I mean?
J. Cole, and to honor Breaks and Beats, the ultimate Breaks and Beats, I have a gift for you right here. They made an ultimate Breaks and Beats doll. They made a doll.
That's fire. Was this a top seller when it dropped?
It just came out. It's actually a doll.
Oh, that's crazy.
Actually, a doll.
Nowadays, a doll.
This is a new thing.
Yeah, a brand new doll.
A brand new doll.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this, man. I never thought I'd have one of these.
Yeah, it's like an incredible series, and now they have a doll. It's incredible.
I didn't know that they were getting back so lit. You know what I mean? So that must mean more people are finding out about this. You know what I mean? If they didn't already know about it before, that's dope.
And also, J. Cole, I have another gift for you right here. It's Double D and Steinsky, the history of hip hop. From 1985, basically the history of sampling, something possibly that you could listen to.
Is this the one that has is this actual talking on here, or is there mad sounds on here?
All the sounds.
I've heard about this. I've heard.
Yeah, the history of sampling, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fire. Thank you for this. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'll get into this.
I thought perhaps something to sample on the turntable.
On the J Dilla, rest in peace to the GOAT, the J Dilla turntable. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You always bless me with some gifts. I appreciate that. Thank you.
J. Cole, Prince, eBay.
I was gonna say eBay, but I'm like, no way he's gonna say eBay. Like, what is eBay? Okay.
No way he's gonna
Brandon?
say
Costner.
Kenneth,
What's Kenny's last name?
Gastina,
Gastano, I think, or something like that.
the Patriots.
Yeah, shout out to the Patriots basketball club.
Yeah, what was it like playing with Prince
Fire. He's
in Africa?
a monster. Prince is a monster. Shout out University of Texas. That was my teammate. You know what I mean? My first professional teammate. Prince, Brandon Costner. You know what I mean? Kenny. These are my OGs. Shout out to everybody on that squad, though. You know what I mean? Everybody. I really rock with y'all.
I noticed you were number 15, the same as high school. What's the deal with 15?
My first jersey I ever owned, like fly-looking jersey, was a Carolina UNC jersey that my cousin gave me, and it was the number 15. And this was before Vince Carter, so I don't know how I had this jersey. But then Vince Carter was on Carolina, and he wore number 15. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say it's based on Vince Carter, but I had the 15 Carolina jersey, and Vince Carter immortalized it. So it was always my favorite number.
Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Omar, he trained you, didn't he?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Omar is the reason why I got out there on more levels than one. You know what I mean? And we worked out this morning. Omar should be here. I think he's with Eve right now. If Omar,
How he just be knowing everything?
he's not here.
He's not here.
Somebody, he probably
You
paid one of his
almost
family
dunked
members.
in the
Yeah.
NBA. Also.
I did.
Take this money.
It wasn't an almost.
Tell me all of it.
It was a real dunk.
There's,
You gotta go back and watch. There's a real two-handed alley-oop from Kevin Hart.
but during actually maybe when you were sitting on the ground, you were wearing a huge sweater.
Oh, you're talking about that All-Star game when I was older.
What were you wearing? What were you wearing first?
What was I wearing? A hoodie, a tie-dye hoodie that was fire. I was wearing some
Fire.
windbreaker type pants.
What type of shoes?
They were some Pumas. I think they were the Clydes, I think. I don't even fucking know what they was. Maybe the Ralph Sampsons. I'm not sure. But I was wearing some Pumas though, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You almost dunked, but didn't quite.
Yeah, I almost made it. You know what I mean?
Was it the clothing?
I think it was the fact that I didn't stretch. I wasn't warm. I was in some. What was I wearing? Was I wearing? Was I wearing some tennis shoes? Yeah, I was wearing some tennis shoes. I don't know no, you know what it really was? If you go watch the replay, the ball. I didn't have a good grip on the ball. So I'm up high enough, but you see if you watch it in slow-mo, at the last second, the ball kind of moves. When you playing basketball, you gotta have that wide grip, that Michael Jordan grip on the fucking basketball. And I didn't have that.
And I didn't have that.
And I missed it.
And you are J. Cole. Winding up here, J. Cole. We are here at Winmark.
Recording
Studios. Previously, I talked to you in 2010 at Fortune Sound Club in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
I remember that.
Well, thanks so much, J. Cole. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Dude, yeah, I was waiting on that one, baby. Nardwuar!
Look at him.
He's just gonna stand there for like 20 minutes. It's great.
It's great.
That nigga not moving. Eyes not blinking. That nigga did not blink. He's not. Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, Chuck.
Whoa.
I'm gonna do it with him.
I want to see
I
when
promise.
it cuts off. Like that's
Bro,
what
look, he's still going.
I'm gonna do it with him.
It almost didn't happen, but you recognized me. Like you were walking up the stairs. Hey, Nardwuar! But the interview almost didn't happen.
Why? Why did it almost not happen?
I'm not sure, but thank you for recognizing me.
No problem. Did somebody was supposed to set it up and maybe the word didn't get to me?
We're just waiting there patiently, but then you saw me and then the interview happened. Thank you.
Oh, you're Nardwuar. We have to do interviews with you.
And I was thinking, looking back at that interview, you loved the No ID record. So I thought I would give you a No ID record. What can you say about the No ID record?
Say shout out to Dion. We've talked about this, how he put an album out. I think that's pretty legendary. You know what I mean? A phenomenal, legendary, highly touted and highly accomplished legend in this hip hop production game and even beyond. And he has a rap album that you didn't know about, and I didn't know about until I was working with him. And he told me about this album he did. And he told me, about the budget and shout out to that budget he got from whatever label this was. What label was this? Relativity. Shout out to Relativity.
That's the single.
That's the single. Okay, dope. Shout out to Dion, man. We got you. Thank you for this.
How did you, J. Cole, discover me? Like, how did you recognize me in 2010?
I think the first time I ever saw you,
He
which
been
is probably a
doing
lot of people
this for 11
from
years.
my
Crazy.
generation, was that interview you did with Jay-Z where Pharrell
He
apparently
really
set it
locked
up,
in.
and I thought that shit was so cool. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy right here? You know what I mean? Like,
choose the niggas he wanna-
who are you? And then Jay gives this long ass answer. You know what I mean? No, you're like, no, you're Jay-Z. He's like, oh, you wanted my name? Oh, yes, my name is Jay-Z.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a young man from Marcy Projects who really made the thing that thing that they say the American dream come true, because I'm not supposed to be here speaking to you. You know, there's a lot of people that come from where I come. There's a lot of skilled people who come from where I come who are not here right now. You know?
You are Jay-Z.
Oh, I thought you meant like, who am I? I thought you meant a deeper question. I think my name is Jay-Z, yes.
Yeah, that's the first time I had saw you. Okay. As all people see you, maybe this is somebody's
And he
first time
let the
seeing you right
nigga
now.
talk
And they're
the
gonna
whole
go,
time.
who the fuck is that guy? This is really cool. And then they're gonna do like I did and dive into
You are
all your old
Jay-Z.
shit. I see you sitting, you know what I mean, with Kurt Cobain on the floor. And the backstage of a show, I've done my YouTube dive. You know what I mean? You're a legend, so we have to do that. You know what I mean? And we appreciate the work you've done on documenting this culture and this music that we love, but also diving into the nooks and
He just
crannies
stand
of
there.
all the stories that
He
I
be
wouldn't even
locked
fucking
in.
think of anybody would ask. But I'm so grateful to talk about it because I don't never get to talk about fucking McFadden music. You know what I mean? In Fayetteville, North Carolina, I never thought that I would say that out loud. You talked about Southview High School, you know what I mean? Like, we used to play these boys and really get them work. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tyrone Davis. He dunked on these niggas so crazy. We all went so, it was in Terry Sanford. Tyrone cocked back, had the whole place erupted against Southview High School, and you brought them up. You know what I mean? And I get a chance to talk about it right now because of the work you do. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it, J. Cole. It's really inspiring. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. We need you, man. Nardwuar. We need more Nardwuar interviews. You know
For
what I mean?
real.
My man just said, yo, I haven't seen a Nardwuar interview in a while. This is going to be pretty big. And I hope that's the case. We need to see more Nardwuar interviews.
Well, winding up here lastly, J. Cole, Earth Gang. Earth Gang.
Earth Gang, one word, Atlanta, Georgia. The truth, the future.
And are they here? Earth Gang.
Earth Gang is here.
Can we try?
Should we go look? Should I grab them?
Maybe you could yell.
He want them.
Earth
he
Gang!
just yelling, nigga. I can go get
Yo,
him.
can y'all open that door?
Such an
open that
incredible
door?
lineup on Dreamville. Ari, JID, Boz.
Yes. Omen, Luke,
Alright,
Earth
trying to
Gang,
drip.
Jim, Kaz,
And a lot are here at the studio.
Boss.
Just winding up here, J. Cole, what are we doing? We're yelling people's names in the hopes that they come in here. No Ebe, though.
Yeah, it's nigga E, man.
I know Jay-Z or Kanye.
I call him. He might be in the building. Yeah, Jay-Z and Kanye acting real, and Andre, they act,
Earth Gang are, so maybe we'll try again.
yeah. Oh, Lou, Ian, wow, great. Earth Gang. Hey! Oh, man! Ladies and gentlemen.
First
I don't
off,
even
J.
know
Cole,
them.
could you please introduce who's in the studio right now?
Well, in this room right now, we have legendary Chicago
I
MC,
thought so. I was
Dreamville
wrong.
legend, Omen, right here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's good, Nardwuar?
And who do we have right there?
Well, we have
We have right there.
Atlanta's own West Side. West?
Man, you know it's a West Side.
West Side. You see, I got that right, though? That's how much I rock with these niggas. West Side, big West Side energy. We have Atlanta's own futuristic black excellence, art, experimentations, no limits on what's possible as a creative. Earth Gang.
Yeah, exactly what he said. All those things. Hey,
All those things.
And Earth Gang. How did Earth Gang meet J. Cole? Was it through Absol?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you doing that thing you be doing.
Oh yeah.
That's that. He's starting it up. He's starting it up. Yeah.
What happened?
We was on tour with Soul. Cole pulled up. I remember we was in the green room. Ebe had peeked his head in. He was like, "Yo, Cole upstairs." He was like, "Who Cole upstairs?" I was like, "Oh, that's cool." We went upstairs, and then Cole was upstairs, and then we took a picture with him.
And Cole was
then
upstairs.
while we was talking, Cole was like, "Yo, will y'all be recording that?" We was like, "Nigga." He was like, "Well, if y'all want, y'all can pull up." And it was simple as that. And like that was without even he didn't even say, "Oh, y'all niggas is Dreamville." Now he was like, "Y'all gonna pull up and record." So yeah, we was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, and even before that, shout out to Tunji. Tunji sent me, he was just like, yo, here's some people I thought you might like. And Earth Gang was one of the artists. This was like 2013 or something. And he sent me the link. I checked their shit out. I was like, damn, they fire. But I wasn't in a position to like reach out. Dreamville, we wasn't up off the ground. We was still, you know what I mean, in the infancy phases. And it worked out. Shout out to Absol. Boss was on that tour. I came to see him. I seen them. And then who was out there with them? Jid. Jid was on stage with them, you know what I mean? Like hyping them. And he spit a verse. And I was like, all these niggas is raw.
Facts. Jill was our roommate / co-artist with us at the time, and we just, you know what I'm saying, we was all homies. Like, man, I ain't finna go on tour without my dog, so we all just went.
I would
His
say
arms
this.
are hurt. Right.
Ain't the Earth Gang interview. Like, we gonna talk. They need their own interview. Omen needs his own interview.
Well, just quickly here, I was wondering, Omen, how did you meet Earth Gang?
I met Earth Gang through Dreamville affiliation. They're one of the few, actually, since they came on a little later. I met them, I want to say...
I think it was at the shelter, bro. Yeah, first
exactly.
that I can think of, you was like walking through the shelter.
I was telling him how y'all know the Shelter is a rap, right? I thought, yeah, it's a rap. We should have did something a little more, you know what I mean?
It was just
The Shelter's a rap. I think
It's a rap.
like of rap.
Shelters of rap.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a place.
I don't know.
Oh, well, gotta be. That's where
Yeah.
they met him at.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That I can think of, you was like walking through the shelter.
I was telling him how y'all know the Shelter is a rap, right? I thought, yeah, it's a rap. We should have did something a little more, you know what I mean?
it was just over. It was just
Honestly, bro, I was renting that spot for 6 years. And then, you know, we got a lot of shit out of the Shelter. That's
Like, bro.
made for hella memories for us and great.
that was crazy. That was a crazy time.
One of my favorite times in my life was in that shelter, bro. It was super transformative time in my life.
Gotta be lit.
How'd you meet that shirt?
See?
I meet that shirt?
This is an amazing shirt. Like the drip, like the Air Maxes are crazy right now. They going crazy. Like you don't see this right here. It's like this real like.
Look at him, he
circle,
showed
you
him,
know
he's
what I'm saying?
like,
Like
wow.
this the Atlanta swag where niggas was just putting shit together. Like nah, match this with that and match this with that. Like you
Right now, you really a freak nigga right now, bro.
really
You a
really out
freak
there on
nigga right
Abernathy
now.
right now.
bro.
Thank you. Actually, I got this shirt from Bourgeois Angels in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. A great store. Thank you for acknowledging me, and thank you
crazy.
also for
You
hanging
really
out
got
and
one
recording
That's
with
it.
J. Cole.
Yeah, facts.
Well, thanks very much, Dreamville. Keep on rocking in a free world. Earth Gang and Omen and do.
Dude.
Wow, that just happened right here.
You just do.
Nah, that just happened right here.
Woo! J. Cole, I get that
Dude.
basket and grab your clothes out of
I ain't even
the
gonna say it, bro.
Oh, is this folding clothes?
folding
I
clothes.
don't even know where I get that basket and grab your clothes. I don't know. Give me the rest.
That's what you said.
Oh, get your clothes. Yeah. I wanna vote. Shout out to Steve Lacy on that guitar. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
A song about doing laundry. That is incredible.
Have you ever heard it? Have you ever heard that done before?
I've heard it. Never. Has anybody else ever done a song about laundry?
Bro, nigga.
But you're Nardwuar. You have to know these things.
J. Cole, did you tell Dr. Dre about Kendrick?
Oh, this that moment. He like, how does nigga know that? This
Who
that
told
moment.
you that?
Yup.
Who gave you that piece of information?
Well, you are J. Cole. We have to know.
That's the moment for
That's
J.
never.
Cole.
That's never. Hey. Eve. Yeah, Eve is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's been requesting your presence all night. He just asked the craziest question, which yes, the answer is yes, I did. I'm not gonna say I was the first to tell him. There was a what's my man name that used to work for Dre, light skinned dude. Manny. Yeah. When I brought him up to Dre, I was like, yo, you know what you got? I went in there to like work on Detox or whatever. You know how Dre do. It's like if you're a young rapper and he rock with you, he want to bring you through and like have you test the water. So yeah, I was like, yo, you gotta sign this kid from Compton, boom, boom, Kendrick, boom, boom. And then Manny was
That's
like, oh,
crazy.
yeah, that's the kid I was telling you about, boom, boom. So
That moment
I have
right
no
there,
clue,
he was
you know what I
waiting,
mean?
built all that shit up.
Man,
That's
he
never,
knew
you know what I
this
mean?
was
I've
gonna
never
be
heard
the
anybody
one.
say that.
Y'all
type of
just
shit,
whack.
but yeah.
He said,
Shout out to
boy.
Dr. Dre. He made the right decision.
He was like,
You want to
nigga.
sign Kendrick?
100%. I don't know what I would have signed him to, you know what I mean? We didn't have our business intact, but that's how much I rock with him, you know what I mean, at that time. I met him, and instantly was like, man, you know, I was highly impressed and was like, damn, you know, that would have been the first artist in my mind, but come to find out, you know, he had bigger shit going on, so yeah.
Lastly, winding up here, Ebe. Ebe is here. I gave a gift to you to give to Ebe. The Allen Iverson. Come over here, Ebe. Allen Iverson.
He was wilding for a basketball player to say some of the things he was saying. But, you know, it's just like culturally, it was so fire to see like someone.
Bro, we gotta
that
listen
was
to
in
that.
the
bro.
Yeah,
NBA
no
that was
cap.
just
That
being
sound
himself
heat.
and saying,
What was he saying?
Oh, what the heck
shit,
was he
saying
saying?
all
Drop
shit
the
he was
album.
saying. That shit was crazy. Like, that shit was a moment.
And thank you, Ted, as well, because Ted helped.
Oh, Ted, you know, Ted is my guy from
Shot good.
Shot good from back home, and like, you know, I ain't really rock with Cole in the beginning because I thought I was better than him in basketball. I mean, it's debatable.
It's debatable.
He's better right now.
I mean, you work out every day. You know, you got
You work
Omar
out
here,
every
your
day.
trainer. You know, you play basketball. You know, shit happens.
I mean, but who's winning right now?
Who's winning right now?
At the time, though,
Nah, at the time we had battles for sure. We had battles.
Ted, my guy Ted from back home, I've known since 7th grade. We used to hoop all the time.
Shot good.
And he started rocking with Ted. You know what I mean? Because they was
Cause we was real hoopers. Like when real talent recognized real. You know when you just see a nigga in the gym, you know he nice, and he see you, and y'all see each other.
And y'all see each other.
His man. He was his man.
come to St. John's with me to hoop. You know what I mean? And that's how they got close. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I was better.
I was better.
What's the importance of basketball camp? Phil.
Basketball camp?
Matt. Basketball camp.
I mean, basketball camp. Oh, Matt. Man, Trap.
Trap. Yeah. When you used to.
You know, I used to work at a basketball camp.
How's he even? What the fuck is it?
How you know this
You
shit?
have to know.
Trap. And it's government too.
Yeah, we call him Trap. You know, I don't know who Matt is.
I don't know who
but
Matt is.
Trap and my man T.Y., when we used to work at basketball camp and we had lunch, we used to go in the car and I used to be like, yo, listen to my man. And he'd be like, yo, it's Jermaine, they be hooping. I'm like, yeah. They're like, damn, this nigga nice. So that's, you know, those my guys, you know what I mean? So shout out
He
to
was
them.
the first one thing that I had when I was younger. I had drive, I had, you know, talent, I had ability. Eve was the first person in my life to put the battery in my back of promotion. He was doing the promotion. He was promoting me even before it was his job. He was just because he was.
I was just promoting to the homies really in the beginning, but
that created the momentum. And then he's the one telling me like, bro, what you gonna do with it? 'Cause I just was sitting on this music like, oh, I'm gonna get signed one day. Like niggas just gonna find me. He was like, bro, you gotta put something out. So Eve is the reason for a lot of things, but namely the reason why that first project, The Come Up, came out was because he was like, yo, I was against mixtapes. I thought it was corny. Everybody was doing them. Every nigga in Queens had a mixtape. Every nigga in Fayetteville had a mixtape. And Eve was the one who was like, nah, you got to get out there, you know what I mean? And so
I was a big Joe Budden fan, so we reached out to DJ On Point. Yep. Shout out DJ On Point, Moo Music, 1, 2, 3, all that good shit.
Now, I also gave this to you because it's got an instrumental on it. Beat selection. Did Ebe help with beat selection of J. Cole? That's what I asked J. Cole.
I don't know if I really helped with beat selection. I might have suggested that one is better than the other, but
what to selection that Ebe is really helpful with and is sequence selection. He's a tracklist god. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to these Dreamville artists, I think I'm pretty good too. But not only is he my equal, he might be my superior. You know what I mean?
That's very nice. It's very nice of him to say that. I don't know if it's true, but I'll take it.
Very, very highly rated album sequencer. Anybody in the game, if you want somebody to sequence your album, and this is the guy right here.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Just raise my price, as Fat Joe would say. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That's it.
And lastly, here, Ebe, thank you for letting me talk to J. Cole, because last time, remember, I saw you in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I gave you an LA Kings record. Do you remember that, an LA Kings 45?
I used to wear the LA Kings hockey jersey. I don't know nothing about hockey, and I'm not an LA Kings fan, but he seen me rock the jersey, and he gave me a LA Kings record. I was like, yo, I still got it at the house, too. So
LA Kings records in his.
Like, he has the jersey.
Actually, we had another record for you, a 45 that I gave Cole, a basketball record from 1949, the Globetrotters from 1949.
That's insane. Who's this guy?
1949.
Came from this dude.
That's crazy.
Actually, he didn't do it. Brother Bones did it.
So he's just playing it?
I think he invented Harlem Globetrotters. Abe did.
That song.
But Brother Bones actually wrote the song.
This guy
that song sounds way too black for
this guy can't do that. He can't make that song.
He can't whistle that good, nigga.
This guy can't do
put
that.
Some basketball players together. He's a good GM. He's the Harlem Globetrotters' first GM.
That's a gift for you from 1949 to continue the tradition of like an LA Kings record and now the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to get all the sports records. That's what I'm going to be, the sports records guy.
Sports records guy.
Thanks so much, Ebe, and
next time he's gonna show up with a shirt for him and say sports records guy.
I guess. It's a two.
Do. Winding up here, J. Cole. When did you learn to breathe?
What?
That's a deep, very deep question. To breathe air?
Do you have any breathing tips?
Like meditation. I thought it was just some philosophical question.
Like for singing, for rapping.
You know what I think it comes from? And this is a tip to everybody that's aspiring musician, rapper specifically, if you take the craft serious, you know what I mean? And
I ain't gonna lie though, that's so crazy because that's
when you're
a lot of people don't realize how important that is.
In your teenage years, listening to music, rap along. When you rap along with your favorite rapper,
that's the only way I learned. That's I swear to God. That's how I learned how important breathing was. I swear to God.
Waiting on other than this one right here. Who is somebody you really waiting on from the young generation? Well, let's just say it's like Lil Baby, right? And you're a big Lil Baby fan. You want to be a rapper. You have to rap with him when you're listening. Don't just listen.
Yeah.
Rap with him, and that's what happened with me in Breath Control and top tier Breath Control and ability to use these lungs. It came from rapping along with all my favorite rappers, from Pac to Jay to Nas to Outkast, you know what I mean, to everybody. That's where it came from. Eminem, you know what I mean, like came from that. That's how the Breath Control, I would think, got good.
I would love to talk to Little Baby.
You would love to talk to Lil Baby? Set this up?
I would love it. I would love you to Pharrell the situation.
We'll try to Pharrell the situation for sure.
And speaking of the new generation, Drewski, you took him on tour.
I took Drewski on tour. It was legendary.
And he had a DJ too? Like he had a DJ?
Killed it. Drewski is incredibly talented, natural, hella funny. His skits are top tier, you know what I mean? He actually asked me, he was like, yo, is it cool if I come on tour? And I was already a fan of him, like, hell yeah, let's do it. And he killed that shit every night. That shit was rocking when Drewski was on stage.
That's lit.
J. Cole, thanks again for this interview. I really appreciate it. But I was thinking, a shout out to Catherine, because she helped set this up.
Catherine Frazier, thank you for setting this up. I told you a couple years, was it maybe 3 years ago now? 2 years ago?
A day in Vegas.
A day in Vegas. I told you I would do it. I like to keep my word as much as possible. I hope you never felt like I wasn't going to do it. You know, I always knew I would do it. It's the perfect time. Thank you for, you know, for coming this way. Shout out to Catherine for making it happen and linking us. And yeah.
How did you first meet Catherine? Biz 3.
How did I meet Catherine? It was a time when I was working on Forest Hills Drive in L.A., Los Angeles. Today is the anniversary of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. It's crazy. So I met her when I was working on that album. I probably had parted ways with whatever. I don't have PR today. She's just a friend of mine who now like just hits me if somebody hits her about something. I don't have PR. But at that time, I thought, you know, I got to get a PR person. And Catherine, I think, came highly recommended. And I met her, and the vibe was amazing. And she recommended meditation to me, which I had already dabbled with. But she gave me her experience with meditation. And I took that seed that she planted and was like, yo, I'm going to revisit this. And I meditated every day that year. And got up to twice a day, sometimes 3 a day. So thank you, Catherine. And you hear the album that came out from that, you know what I mean, from that process. So today's the anniversary of that, you know, of that thing.
J. Cole, lastly, quote, I'm Carolina's
finest, I probably said finest, yeah.
On the L.A.
Leakers.
Leakers.
That was a good one.
And speaking of Carolina, I lastly have another gift for you, a North Carolina record for you to sample possibly on the J Dilla turntable. The Friendliest Land.
Never heard of this, never saw this one. Very interesting. I like to know all the North Carolina songs. Like James Taylor is legendary. I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Love that one. And maybe this one will be just as good.
From 1974, and it says Carolina, the friendliest land. I thought it would be perfect for you.
Friendliest land. In some places, maybe. I had a great experience, but, you know, some places can be a little unfriendly. But we'll see if this holds up.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, we love Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful people. And we'll see what this is talking about.
Well, thanks so much, J. Cole. Anything you want to add to the people out there, though?
This was fire. I'm hungry as hell, but I don't even feel hungry. Before this, I was hungry as shit. You nourished me through this interview. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Well, thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate it, and the kind words. And also, why should people care about J. Cole? Why should people care?
They don't have to care about me. They should. I'm not gonna say they should. If you do, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? If you like the music, that's what matters. But you know, I live a real life outside of this. You know what I mean? I do real things in real life. You don't have to care. And it's not that. None of this is that serious, me or otherwise. You don't have to care about me. But you know what I mean? If you do like what I put out and you support it, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Y'all changed my life through rocking with the music. So thank you very much. But nobody should care. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. But
it's not that serious.
You know, y'all should care about Nardwuar. You're doing important things for the culture and for the documentation of this history. And there's a video of him talking to Kurt Cobain, just sitting on the floor and shit. I don't know, you know, what type of substances were being passed around in that backstage, but it looked really fun. You know what I mean? And it's legendary. What year would you say that was?
1994, January 4th, 1994.
Remember the date. You see the encyclopedia of information that's in this man's mind? Man. Very important. Thank you, sir.
Well, thanks for the kind words, J. Cole. Keep on washing your hands in the free world and do.
I like that tone better. Do.
This dude, bro. How does he just not blink? I seen him move a little bit. Man, I'll be just like J. Cole. Like, man, when this nigga gonna move, bruh? That's what he thinking right now. Look, bro. This nigga gonna move, man. Wow.
I'm gonna beat that nigga. I promise I'm gonna beat him, bro. I'm just stand there. I'm gonna freeze.
Wow.
I'm gonna do it.
Nardwuar.
No, you to go, bro. So I know I gotta make a banger. I gotta make a song, bro. Because that's how he like niggas that make music. So he gonna give me an interview. If I make some music, we gonna do it. Thank y'all for tuning in, though. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this long video.
Man, this video was long. But it was fun.
It was, though. I ain't
Shout
gonna
out
lie.
Nardwuar.
Nardwuar, you to go,
Shout out
bro.
Cole.
And we finna get up out of here. It's your boy Zay Style.
Boy Chuck.
And we out. Peace.